One of the key proponents of the Citizenship Amendment Act has been Rajdeep Roy, BJP MP and Vice President of the Assam BJP, who's joining us on the broadcast. Thank you, Mr. Roy, for joining us on CNN News 18. My first question to you, when it comes to this historic move by the Modi government, how significant is this move when it comes to the Modi government's pitch to the voters of India on the road to the 2024 Lok Sabha elections?
It is an absolute historic move. Better late than never. We've waited for 75 long years. There's been innumerable crores of people in this country who have been persecuted at various point of time in northern India or at various other places. They have got the citizenship, but primarily in the eastern border of our country, there has been people who have been persecuted and not been taken care of over the last 7 decades. The government, central government was aware of it, especially the Congress government was aware of it. It was Nehru and Mahatma Gandhiji's stand that people being persecuted coming from Pakistan, then Pakistan, because they did not see the birth of Bangladesh. So people coming from Pakistan at any point of time, they did not mention a cutoff date, coming from anywhere to India will be taken care of. That was the stand. Nehruji signed the Liaquat Pact in the month of April 1950. Liaquat Ali died. We went to make many of our minorities in our country the prime minister, the presidents, and gave them various constitutional posts. But Pakistan has not done anything to honor the Nehru Liaquat Pact. Leave aside the Nehru Liaquat Pact, they have not even protected the minorities. The percentage of minorities in Pakistan specifically dwindled from almost 20% in 1947 today to 1.5%. In Bangladesh, from 30% to today 7.5%. So imagine what has happened to the minorities. Either they have been converted forcefully, they have been persecuted, they have been murdered, killed, or they have left the country looking for safer places, safer heaven to stay. So India has done its bit, even though late after the coming in of Modi ji and Amit Shah ji, we have passed the Citizenship Amendment Bill, made it into an act, and today we see that this bill has been passed, and we are very happy for it.
Right. And Mr. Roy, but how do you react to the criticism that this policy is discriminatory against Muslims and a polarization tactic ahead of the Lok Sabha elections?
Absolutely not. Absolutely. This is basically a sham argument being given by people who are interested in minority appeasement. They have done so for the last 65, 70 years. Now with the coming in of Modi since 2014, we are seeing the political dynamics changing. It is the politics of development, no politics of appeasement. People who have appeased the Muslims or other various groups, be it linguistic or be it based on caste system, have just been dwindled in the political space of the country. The citizenship issue is actually a civilization issue. Citizenship issue has been long overdue, and it is not just hurting the Muslims. The Muslims of India who swear by the Indian Constitution and stay within the framework of our country will be protected by the Indian laws. Absolutely sham of an argument given by the people who are in the opposition today. The Indian Muslims will not be touched by Citizenship Amendment Act.
But Mr. Roy, from a legal perspective, many say that this will not pass the legal test, as any law which excludes faith is discriminatory. Are you confident that this is legally watertight when it comes to the rollout of the Citizenship Amendment Act?
Absolutely. Anyone can go to the court. People can go to the court and ask for this thing, relief from the Citizenship Amendment Act, and see what is the legal standing. I have personally gone to the court in 2012 when Congress was in power. I filed a PIL. More than 20 hearings took place between 2012 and 2014. The chief secretaries of the entire country were sent notices by the honorable court. Even the central government was sent a notice to reply to this petition that I had filed. During the Congress regime, they refused even to acknowledge that petition. Today, after the coming in of Modi ji's, especially in 2014, Hearing took place multiple times, and then it was brought in the parliament in the 16th Lok Sabha. It was passed by Lok Sabha, but not in Rajya Sabha because we did not have the numbers. During the 17th Lok Sabha, immediately after 6 months of the formation of 17th Lok Sabha, second week of December 2019, Citizenship Amendment Act was passed in Lok Sabha, subsequently in Rajya Sabha, and then it was signed by the president. And today, after 4 years, because of COVID, it got delayed. So we have what in the form of Citizenship Amendment Act will benefit the persecuted population coming from Pakistan, Bangladesh, and Afghanistan. And may I remind the Muslim friends of our country that it is not going to affect you. It's not going to harm you. It's not going to snatch away your citizenship. And may I remind other people who are opposing it that this is not state specific. It is not specific to Assam or West Bengal or any other state. It is for the entire country. So that has to be understood.
Right. And the BJP has championed this as a fight for justice, Mr. Roy. Decode the impact, especially in the border states like Assam and Bengal, where the BJP plans to champion the Citizenship Amendment Act.
Look, I'll tell you something you have to understand. 60 years you have ruled the country without giving benefit. You have only assured. Your leaders, 2 generations back, assured that they will do something to restore the honor and dignity of the people who crossed, who lost their everything during partition. And you have not done it. So obviously someone who has done it will get the benefits, So this is for people to understand. You are a political moron that you got a chance to do things and you have not done it. So obviously, after coming to power, a party which is just 40 years old is all over the place in India today. And not just this, we have a leader who is the leader of the world today. So you have to understand, you are being in politics. Why are we in politics? Because we want to run government. We want to carry on with the social programs for the poorers who are standing on the last line. You have got a chance. You have not done anything for the poor people. Now you allege me that because I have done something for the people who need something, laws or benefits or social benefits, you are accusing me that I have done. It is not an appeasement that I am doing.
Right, and my final question, Mr. Roy, do you feel the Congress Party as well as the India Alliance is on the wrong side of history by opposing this policy when it comes to the CAA? Do you think you will see the reverberations of that in the Lok Sabha elections?
Obviously, now look what Mamata Banerjee said. All these days she was against CAA. Today she is all of a suddenly changing her stand and saying that no, we are against NRC, we are not against CAA. So what does this signify? You are a hollowed person. Politically, you are immature. You have not thought when you got chance to think of certain issues and problems.
Thank you, Mr. Rajdeep Roy, for joining us on CNN News 18.